Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to MLB Show 26 on the White Sox franchise. And we're back. I simulated to the beginning of April, or to the end of April. So we'll see how. So let's see, let's do a team checkup so far. See how we're doing. Kyle Teal still doing really good. Ooh, Munetaka Murakami. Having like is having a sophomore slump. Yikes, have a sophomore slump. George Springer doing really good, doing what we expected of him. Olson Montgomery, I need to see better. Trevor Larnach is doing really good. That's why I like to see he 840 on base percentage or OPS, four doubles, only four homers, but we didn't sign him for power, even though he has some power. Alec Bohm. Okay, Alec Bohm is doing all right. Okay, the OPS is a little eh. Garrett Mitchell doing phenomenal. 919 on base percentage, 2 homered, 10 RBIs. Chase Mydroth. He took what I said about him personally and is having a really great season. Daniel Schneeman, not great. How's our bench doing? Jahmai Jones doing really good off the bench. Rhys Hoskins is doing really good off the bench in 20 at bats. Luis Angel Acuna ain't doing that hot. See how the pitching rotation's faring. Shane Smith. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, our rotation is struggling. Davis Martin. Yikes, our entire pitching staff, aside from Boostador Graterol, Alpine Magfit. But that just goes to show in this game the staff don't matter. Because like I brought in an all A staff. I mean it's still early, so the pitching staff could turn it around. But still not great to see. Let's see how some of the top prospects are doing. Jonathan Cannon might be warranting a call up. Pretty soon. Broderick Jensen. Kate Anderson having a good year too. How about some of our AAA bullpen arms? See if we need to make a swap there. We don't. I think I might just end the Corey Lee experience. Tim Elko, yeah, not doing good. I can't believe San Antonacci is that low. Caleb Bottomer's doing really well. Ooh, Braden Montgomery. He's making it hard to justify, or he's making it hard to keep him down there. Yeah, there's really nobody right now that warrants that I want to call up. So I think we're just gonna stick with that. I don't do the pitching ones. I don't do the pitching ones. Okay, I want to get into a situation. Okay, I like this situation. You got Edgar Quero in the lineup for this game. That's nice to see. I want to get him more involved. Okay, we're first in run, seventh in homers. Damn, seventh in homers. All right. So Edgar Quero, we're here in Detroit. Edgar Quero facing Brant Herter. Tigers own a 1-0 lead. And Quero hits down for a base hit. All right, Chase Mydroth, his 331 average, having a phenomenal season. And he takes a base hit right there. Takes a base hit. Cuero's going to stay at second. Good, smart decision. He's not fast enough. And now Daniel Schneemann. He's 1 for 2 in today's ball game with the tying run. And Schneemann, that was kind of a weak hit. And there's 1 out for Brant Herter. Kyle Teel, the leadoff guy, he's got some power. He's emerged as one of the best catchers in baseball this season. Or in the game, just generally. And he hits that one. But he advances the runners. So there's 2 outs. So there's 2 outs now for Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins is 0 for 3 today. And he hits that one, and that's going to be a base hit. This is going to be a tie ball game. A tie ball game. Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins coming in. Rhys Hoskins coming in clutch right there. And Brant Hurd is going to be taken out. And we're going to do pink. We're going to do a pinch runner for Rhys Hoskins. Why is Luis Angel Acuna playing shortstop? I mean, he can do it. And Jahmai Jones is going to be the pinch runner for Rhys Hoskins. And George Springer up to bat. And Springer hits that one. It's going to be extra bases and 2 runs are going to plate. Here comes Jones around third, and it's going to be not in time. And the White Sox are going to take the 3-1 lead thanks to George Springer's double. Luis Angel Acuna now. He's 0 for 2. Hasn't had a great season. I wanted to build around him. He just hits that one for a grounder to Torkelson. Oh, I want to see something. Okay, so he did put Murakami. Okay. Fritz gets Baez. It's 1 and gets 2. There we go. What a double play. You don't see a 1-6-3 very often. Yeah, you don't see a 1-6-3 very often. So Connor Wong up to the plate now for Detroit. Thought about challenging it, but we're not going to challenge that. That one was a ball. I'm not going to challenge. Eric Fritz is just filthy. A base hit's going to come across, and Connor Wong is going to drive an RBI, and the tying run is on first. The go-ahead run is at the plate for Colt Keith. There's no activity right now in the White Sox bullpen. They trust Fritz as they've done, and that's foul ball. Almost took off the first base coach's head. And Fritz, and that's fouled by Colt Keith. Interesting to see Keith in the leadoff spot. I didn't think he was a leadoff kind of a hitter. And that's going to be a base hit. To third he goes. Why did we throw the third? Okay. Okay, we're going to get somebody warmed up in the bullpen. We're going to have Brusador Graterol warming up in case we need to do like the 4-out save situation. Swing and a miss to Riley Green. Ooh. I'm going to be honest, honestly, it didn't occur to me until after I threw the first pitch about intentionally walking him. His command just isn't there today. And he gets him anyways. Leaves 2 stranded. Okay. So here comes Brusador Graterol to close the game out for the White Sox. Broken bat, tough play. Tough play for Bohm, and he's gonna be safe. That was just a tough play by Bohm. That was just one of those bloop base hits. It was a tough play, broken bat single though. I knew right off the swing of the bat that was going to be close. So Hao Yu Lee is coming in as a pinch runner, and it'll be Spencer Torkelson. He fouls that one away. Oh, and that's gonna Mydroth. Not a good showing by Mydroth right there. Gets the error, and Perez fouls that one away. Gotta clean up those mistakes. Perez swings and misses, and he's in an early 2-0 count early. Only 5 pitches for Graterol. Fouls out and away does Perez. He's trying to close out the game. This would be Graterol's. I don't even know how many saves he'd have, but this would be. I don't get what I was trying to do there. I thought about intentionally walking Meadows, but I didn't. I thought about intentionally walking him, but I didn't because I don't want to I don't want to advance the runner to second and then it's swing and a miss, and he gets Parker Meadows. So Jace Young, who's had a good season, he pops that one foul. Graterol. And down to the last strike for Jace Young. Swing and a miss, and the damage is prevented, and the White Sox walk away with the victory. That was a nerve-wracking game right there. Maurice Hoskins comes in clutch, or George Springer comes in clutch with that 2 RBI double to help the White Sox win the game. Okay. So let's just play another situation. I've had a lot of fun with this franchise. That was a fun game to play. All right, so we're here in Chicago. Remember, getting a new stadium for the 2028 season. Kyle Teal in the 9-hole, down 3 with 2 outs, facing Lucas Ursig. And this is going to be a tough play, but he's going to get there. I wanted to play the game. Noah Schultz. I might send Schultz down. I don't know. The offense kind of. I don't know. Oh, crap. I don't want to do that. Oh. Ugh. Okay, Shane Smith's gotten better. Higgins Smith has gotten better. I don't want to. But Jonathan Cannon's doing good. For right now, anyways, I'm going to send Schultz down just to. I'm going to send Schultz down just to get some. I didn't want to do that, but I'm going to send Schultz down just to get some extra seasoning there. Okay, now the bench is heating up. Montgomery's playing really good again. Love to see it. Okay, now the lineup. Okay, Murakami's still struggling. What's his on-base percentage, though? Okay, his average ain't great, but his on-base percentage is pretty decent. They're gonna simulate a little ways. Ooh, we just played Kerry Carpenter and he gets traded. Okay, enter into this game. having a decent season. I like it. All right, back in Chicago, we're playing the Astros. Nobody, one on, no outs from Munetaka Murakami, who's 0 for 2 today. Hits that one deep to right, and this game is tied. That's gone. 416 feet into the crowd. The Southside Samurai, as they've been calling him. The Southside Samurai ties the game up. And that's going to lead to a pitching change. Out comes Bennett Sosa to face George Springer. This is the most full I've seen this stadium in quite some time. Springer just with a weak tapper to Pena. I think that was Pena. Yeah, Jeremy Pena. One gone in the bottom of the 8th inning here. Colson Montgomery coming back, having a really solid year. Fouls that one away. We're all tied up here, so with only one out. Montgomery, and that's just a tapper to, and Pena's under it for the second out. Luis Angel Acuna, we are gonna go pinch hitter right here. And we're gonna do Trevor Larnach. Ooh, but he's a lefty though. Lefty on lefty. That was a terrible swing. I don't know why I swung at that. Finished playing the game. We're almost there anyways. And Vasil, who's at 16 pitches, but still has a decent amount of energy, to Yordan Alvarez. Montgomery gets it to Murakami for the first out. So one pitch, one out. Here comes Isaac Paredes. And that's a ball. Vasil trying to get him more involved. Been one of the better relievers, and he fouls that one away. Fouls that one away on the 94 fastball. I'd like to strike him out. And the tapper might draw thunder it, and he gets the second out. So Yainier Diaz now up to bat, and he pops that one. Larnach is gonna be under it, and it's gonna bounce. It's gonna bounce onto the netting for a foul. I don't know what Larnach was trying there. And this one is going in the same location, and Larnach can't get there, but it's an 0-2 count. And strikes him out. The White Sox rally inning continues, and then Brian King out of the bullpen facing Jahmai Jones. Jahmai Jones, who's 1 for 3. It's that one deep to left, and it is off homer. Jahmai Jones walks it off, and the White Sox win. Holy moly, all it took was one pitch, and the White Sox get the victory. Look at the south side celebrating. Yeah, I didn't know if that was going out or not. It looked like it was. It was a deep drive. I thought it was just going to hit the warning track. But no, that he got it just elevated enough to hit a home run to win the game. Murakami is player of the game. I mean, I suppose he did draw it, though. He did bring in the tying runs. Okay, another situation. Having a lot of fun with this series. Alright, so we're back against the Astros wearing the Wearing my favorite jersey of the, wearing my favorite uni of the White Sox. I might do new uniforms for the new stadium. I don't know. And Cuero's just gonna hit that one for a base hit. He's gonna hit that one for a base hit, and the White Sox have the tying run on. Oh wait, Teal's off. Wait a minute. Why is Carroll playing in? Why? Okay. Chase Mydroth, who again has been having a really good season. He's gonna hit that one for a base hit. And Acuna, yeah, I don't get why. I think. Oh, they must have brought Cuero in for a pinch hitting situation. Daniel Schneemann, he's 0 for 2. Fouls out and away. And a sack bunt. And Schneemann's just gonna get out, but advances the runners to where the go-ahead run is on second base for Kyle Teal. Maybe the perfect guy you want up in this situation. And he rips that one foul. Oh! Dang. Line drive, nothing like that. And they're going to intentionally walk Murakami and load the bases. They're scared to face him, and there's going to be a pitching change. And Josh Hader's going to come and face George Springer now. Springer has plenty of wins against the Astros. Won World Series with them, and Springer gets a hold of that one. And this is probably going to give the White Sox the lead. This 3 runs are going to come across. There's going to be 6-4 White Sox. It's going to be a 3-run double for George Springer. And the White Sox lead 6-4. Montgomery swings and misses at that one. Swings and misses at that one after the Springer 3 RBI double. And he gets a hold of that one. Myers is going to be under it, though, and that's going to end the inning. But George Springer and Derek Fritz was removed from the closer role because he hasn't been that efficient this year. But he hasn't been terrible, but we removed him from the closing role for the time being. That's in there, and Altuve's going to challenge. I think he's going to win this challenge. Yeah. I knew he was going to win that challenge. Altuve. Gets the out, barely. He was going to toss. Murakami was going to take himself for the unassisted putout. Jeremy Pena. Fouls that one away. The only thing I don't like about Fritz is he's a 3-pitch pitcher. I think I'm going to add another pitch for him. He's in there for strike 2. And Fritz. And that's a foul by Jeremy Pena again. Pena doesn't want to give up that easily. You can't blame him. And that's popped up and into the seats that goes. The Off Base podcast, as you can see. Pena fouling it away on the changeup. Swear, and he gets him looking. Christian Walker, 1 for 4 in today's ballgame with a single. Hasn't put together the Astros career that you thought, and that's in there for a strike on the changeup. And that's going to be up, and Murakami is under it, and the White Sox are going to win. What a game. George Springer, have a game. Alec Bohm, too, with 3 RBIs. So Springer and Bohm were responsible for the RBIs. Love to see it. And it's all coming together. All right. So with that being said, I think this is gonna wrap up this episode. I just want to see if there's anything that I want to do really quick. Um, I don't. I just want to see our top prospects really quick. Okay. Well, well, a lot of these guys are on the way. Are gonna get opportunities again. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.